Well, we have new details tonight about the response to that major cyber attack in St. Paul. Minnesota National Guard's Cyber Force has been deployed for the first time for a threat within the state. Raya Katani heard from them and from St. Paul police as they respond and try to get their arms around what this attack means for the city and its residents.
They're still very much actively looking into this. And Julie, the lieutenant colonel I spoke to tells me Minnesota's National Guard is one of just a handful of states to have a fully operational cyber team like this one. They've helped with federal missions in other parts of the country, and they say years of training and preparing led them to this moment here at home.
For nearly 2 centuries, the Minnesota National Guard has responded to disasters with boots on the ground. But one of its newest units is charged with responding to what some call invisible threats.
Yeah, they are absolutely cyber soldiers.
Roughly 40 cyber soldiers make up the Cyber Protection Team, which Lieutenant Colonel Brian Morgan says was formed in 2018. About 7 years later, the group has been deployed within Minnesota for the first time this week, responding to a cyber attack targeting St. Paul and its internal systems. As federal agencies, including the FBI, help the city investigate the threat, Morgan says the Guard's role looks a little different.
It's much more focused on helping the city of St. Paul recover and helping their critical systems that need to be rebuilt, rebuilding those things, because it takes a lot of time, labor to do that, and a lot of technical expertise.
Their work will be done, he says, once the city's critical services are back online and operating as normal. But when that will be is still unclear.
Just want to be crystal clear.
Meanwhile,
the 911 service, emergency services, general police operations as a whole are operating just as they always have.
St. Paul's police chief says the city's emergency operations have not been interrupted, although you will see some holdups on things like data requests and picking up property at police headquarters. As police and fire crews continue responding to emergencies across the city, the state's cyber soldiers may not have boots on the ground, but it is all hands on deck as the city tries to resolve an emergency of its own.
The mayor of St. Paul declared a state of emergency for the city, so yeah, it's definitely an emergency.
And these soldiers on this cyber team go through intensive training, and I'm told they work for some major tech companies as well, including Google, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft. So pretty fascinating, Julie.
It is fascinating, and I think so many of us, including me, had no idea they existed at the National Guard level. It's great. I know a lot of people in St. Paul are wondering if their data has been compromised. Do we learn anything about that today?
We don't know as much about that. We know that from the very beginning, the city of St. Paul has pretty much said that all of this is really impacting their internal operations more so than anything else. I did ask the police chief today if he is concerned that his crews and his city employees' data is being compromised as well. He pretty much just told me that's something they're still looking into.
All right. Thank you, Raya.